on? It's your boy Jay Cleve and got my good brother Ronald.
Yo.
This is Smoke Talk. Now, if you tuned into our last episode, we talked about fasting.
Yes.
So as you can see, we got beer in front of us.
Yeah.
However, we are still fasting. So if you
we are.
paid attention, we are drinking 0% alcohol from Stella's.
Yes,
So
non-alcoholic.
we're going to get into that, see how that tastes.
Yeah,
Okay?
yes,
We figure we get some alcohol, non-alcoholic beverages that taste like alcohol, but it's not alcohol. Okay. Now, we talked about fasting last week, the importance of fasting while we're fasting. And so this week, we're going to give you guys a little bit of an update on how everything is going.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to turn it over to you, my brother.
Yeah.
So you can give everybody, the people, to let them know, what's your update? How is everything going? What's your status? Have you had any slip-ups, any hiccups, or what have you been doing to try to abstain from those desires that you want?
Yeah, I would say I didn't have any like hiccups, even though I was almost there. Like
Okay.
I was on the brink of giving up, my brother. Almost there, but I think overall, I mean, the fast has been going well. I feel a lot better.
Yes.
I feel lighter on my feet. I feel just overall have my energy is up.
Okay.
But other than that, I mean, relationship has been going well. Trying to re-tune myself with God, so that's getting better. But the overall, again, man, the fast has just been real good. But I can't say it ain't been a struggle. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I mean, we were keeping sweets out of the house, but sometimes I'm online and I just see something come up and I'm like, oh Lord, I need to go to the store right quick.
Yeah. And we talked about this earlier
Yeah.
today because one of the things that you love is sweets.
Yes.
And so, that was the challenge of, giving up sweets.
Yeah.
To be able to focus on what you need to focus on God and anything else that was important to you.
Absolutely.
Now, I know you said that was challenging. Like, how challenging was sweets and because let people know like how much you really like sweets and how challenging was that for you?
Yeah, I would say like it was to the point that your body starts going through like crazy anxieties and changes because you've given up something that you intake on a regular basis.
Right.
I don't eat like candy bars or anything like that, but a lot of like drinks, like tea and all that I drink are sweetened.
Heard some cookies up in there.
Yeah, cookies every now and then, but that just give you that body just used to intaking that.
Yeah.
And then when you just cut it off cold turkey, it's like you really going through those withdrawals of not having, say, sugar in your body.
Okay.
So that first like few days of the fast were killer. Like,
What did you do, and sorry to cut you off, but what did you do to kind of overcome those challenges?
Yeah, I wanted to eat stuff that was like no sugar.
Yeah.
Drink more water, I would say as well. Water kind of soothes the stomach and also gives you that feeling of being full.
Yep.
So I tried to just intake more water. Try to eat things that were not, I would say, sugar based, but at least give you some natural sugars. So like going to fruit, going to vegetables, things like that. But mainly just on the fruit side. So I tried to substitute the artificial sugars with natural sugars, things that, we should be consuming anyway.
Right.
And also just intaking more water. But overall, did good, but it was still a struggle.
Nice.
What about you, my brother? How's the fast been going for you?
Well, I can say, fortunately for me, I'm not big on sugar. So the sugar portion wasn't hard.
Okay.
I am more of a salt man. And when I say salt, like I like food that have salt flavors.
Yeah, gotcha.
So for me, it was just really acknowledging cutting back on my salt intake.
Yes.
I'm not using a lot of salts. And one good thing I will say is, I made a lot of different dishes that didn't necessarily have a lot of salt, but I used other different types of flavors. Like the one we did today, we had some salt in the one we did today. But when we made our marinade, it didn't have any salt in the marinade.
Yeah.
We used the juices and stuff that we did for our cook. So make sure you check out our grill, okay? Our grill and cook that we did. We cooked some ahi tuna steaks, so make sure you check that out. But for the most part, didn't have any hiccup. Haven't eaten any meat, so that's good. But I did have one small hiccup.
Okay.
And it wasn't an intentional hiccup.
Gotcha.
Actually, my wife and I, we were ordering out some food. We decided, let's order out, get some food. And the food that we ordered, a couple of them had was fried. There's no fried foods in this, and we didn't want to waste the money. So we said, you know what, this is gonna be an off day, a cheat day, an off day. So that was our hiccup. It wasn't intentional. But outside of that, we've been very diligent on making sure we press forward and staying focused on our goals. And you know what? Not eating meat over this whole period was actually a whole lot easier than I thought it would be.
Okay.
So that was good. I guess because I was able to eat fish and seafood. But when at times when it was challenging, I just I had to make sure I just prayed and stay focused on God and just really take my mind elsewhere to snack on something else, whether it's some peanuts or some fruit, or just snack on something else, drink plenty of water just to kind of hydrate myself and kind of make myself feel full, which definitely helped. And the good thing I can say, a benefit of doing that is I don't feel as sluggish during the day.
Yep.
I feel like I have a lot more energy when I wake up in the morning, even when I go to bed late. Nice. So it's been such a great, it's just been such a challenging but great experience on just fasting and cleansing the body and just, making sure I'm bringing myself closer to God and focusing on all the different goals that I've been working on as well. So it's been a great, but it has been a challenging fast. Nothing is easy. Whenever you step out of your comfort zone to do whatever it is that you desire to do, it's not easy. So it's going to be a challenge. But the way you grow, the way you progress is to take that challenge on and to really progress to move forward. And that's how you to see not only what you're made of, but the character you have, the levels that you realize that you can accomplish and achieve. So I really thought it was such a great fast. And I look forward to doing this not anytime soon, but I look forward to doing this next year. But one of the things you and I discussed earlier is making sure we incorporate this for the rest of the year, where we have some intermittent fasting, where we, cut back on some of the meats throughout the weeks or throughout the months, where we're not necessarily eating meat every single day or every other day or whatever that may be. And that will just help with our energy levels and making sure we're working out. And we're just being more active because, listen, we have kids, we have families, and we want to make sure we're in our loved ones' life for the long haul. So, that's my take on it, and I think it's been such a great fast. I'm glad we do this every year. It's not we intentionally do it together, but it's always around the same time, so it makes it so much easier, especially during Smoke Talk and when we're grilling, because we can grill some around the same foods. But that's it for our fasting and where we're at with that. So make sure, if you're looking to make some type of change on the body or anything like that, look up intermittent fasting. Different foods you can eat, alternatives, just to help bring yourself closer, and use that time to help focus on if you are religion or have a relationship with God, to focus on your relationship with God, and also use that time to focus on your different businesses, your families, building up those relationships, cultivating those relationships. So that's all we have right now on Smoke Talk, and we're there, and now we're at the best part. The favorite part.
Taste test.
The taste test.
Of this beer here.
I've had Stella before, my brother.
I have too.
And you have too.
Yeah, I love Stella.
So, have you ever had...
No.
Okay. All right. So that's our question right there. So you never had that. I've never had the non-alcoholic version of Stella. I've had non-alcoholic beer before. I've tasted it before, but I've never had Stella. So let's see what it's tasting like, my brother. And as we do, as always.
Wow.
Ooh, I felt a little the burn real quick. Let's do that one more time. All right.
This tastes just like Stella.
I'm gonna say, first off, it definitely tastes like Stella.
Just like Stella.
To not be an alcoholic beverage with no alcohol in it, I must say, they hit the nail on the head with this one. If you're not an alcoholic, but you like the taste of
if you're not a what?
I mean, if you're not an alcoholic, if you don't drink alcohol, and maybe you used to drink alcohol, but and you want that taste of alcohol, get you a non-alcoholic beer. This definitely tastes like Stella, so it definitely tastes like beer. It has that carbon that you can taste, and it's really, really good. And the best part about it,
it's not alcoholic.
You don't get tipsy, you don't get a buzz, you don't get drunk, so you're good. And you can go ahead and have a beer with some friends, and they all drinking their beers, and you drinking your non-alcoholic beer. So with this one, I'm giving it a thumbs up.
Absolutely.
Too bad we don't have no cigars to test, but on our next Smoke Talk, we back, regularly scheduled. Our regular schedule, we're back there, so we're gonna have our liquor as well as our cigar with a great topic. So until then, we're gonna see you next time. Once again, this is your boy Jay Cleve, my good brother Ronald.
Yo.
This is Smoke Talk, the Smoke and Grill Brothers. We're gonna see you next time.
Peace. Cheers.
Cheers.
They did a good job with this.
They outdid themselves, my brother.
I've never had a non-alcoholic beer ever.
I tried it one time, but I've never had this one.
First time I ever had non-alcoholic.
It's probably like my second.
So it said, if you're an alcoholic, like, whoa, hold on there. We not condoning being alcoholics, okay? The Smoking Grill Brothers do not condone alcoholism.
If you drink alcohol.
Yes. Don't you go out there and say the Smoking Grill Brothers say, y'all, if you're an alcoholic.
Now, if you're alcoholic, maybe
go get some help.
You know what I'm saying?
Go get some help.
Yes.
We do not condone
go get some help. That is definitely true.
We're not against a good beverage every now and then, but don't be an alcoholic.
We'll see you next time. We're gonna see you next time. We're gonna see you next time.